What a surprise. It's not always sunny in Sarasota. On a day like today, what better thing to do than get inside? And I got just a place for you to check out, the Artful Giraffe. Come with me. So the Artful Giraffe was here for a few years before you guys acquired it. How did you guys come to owning it?
Well, we came and looked at it Valentine's Day in 2020. Tim said, do you want to go on a road trip to Florida? We knew we were wanting to move to Florida. We knew we wanted to find a gallery. And we had kind of like been looking, this one popped up and we thought it looked awesome. We did drive down and we stopped at a couple different places to check out. This one,
then a month later, we bought it.
Yeah, this one ended up being it. All signs pointed to yes.
That's fantastic. So you guys have quite the variety in here. How many artists are you guys featuring?
I think the total count right now is about 380 from the beginning of when the business started. But there's about, a good 100, 150 that, constantly are selling throughout month to month to month.
Yep, over 300 local artists shown in here.
Awesome. So beyond selling artwork, you guys also do some classes here. So what can customers expect? What can they experience?
They can come and do paint and sip. They can paint pottery. They can do acrylic painting. We have pottery on the wheel. We have hand-built pottery, resin classes, painting classes, watercolor, all kinds of fun things.
Some of them are scheduled where there's a date in the calendar. Some of them are private lessons, so you book one-on-one with the instructor, and then some are just walk-ins welcome. Just come to the studio and we can set you up to do all sorts of different art activities.
Are you guys typically hosting most of those classes, or do you bring some other folks into for those experiences?
All of the above. He teaches pottery on the wheel, I teach hand building, and we have a couple other instructors too that teach the wheel, that teach resin classes, acrylic painting, drawing classes, stained glass classes, all kinds of them.
Yeah, some of the artists that are in here are instructors out there.
Very cool. So this building, along with some of the neighboring buildings, are historic buildings here in Sarasota. Kind of, what's the history on these?
Built in the 1920s by John Ringling to house the winter circus workers. So they lived in these little cottages, and now they're all independently owned businesses.
And you had told me an interesting story the first time I came in about what existed across the street for the workers as well.
Yeah, on Main Street, which is just one street over, Gillespie, which this is Gillespie Park, and John Ringling at the time built a 3-hole golf course over there. So it was a par 3 holes, and then another just interesting thing for them to go and entice the workers. Well, they can play a round of golf today if they wanted to.
Certainly not there anymore, but I'm sure it was an interesting part of history.
There is a sculpture there with Gillespie with a golf club like this right there at Rafferty's.
Very cool, very cool. So you mentioned that you guys were thinking about moving to Florida. Why did you select Sarasota beyond the Artful Giraffe in particular?
I've been coming down to Bradenton since I was a little kid. I've got family in Tampa. She also had some family over in Jupiter, which was another...
We checked out that too, but I also had my family, my dad went to school on Anna Maria Island. They were snowbirds here, and they would be gone so long that they had to enroll the kids here.
Very cool.
But I like to say Sarasota chose us.
Same here. So once somebody's come in and purchased some beautiful art from you or taken a class, what are those other things you encourage people to do here in Sarasota?
Well, always come and support the artists. We also have these really awesome to-go kits.
Let's take a look.
Over here, we have a variety of them, and we're always kind of adding to these as well. So you can take pottery to go and paint at home at your leisure. We've got watercolor kits, acrylic kits, stained glass kits, resin kits, all kinds of fun ones that you can take home and do anytime.
Very cool. Price range that people, when they're coming in, because sometimes going into a gallery can be a little, sometimes you walk in, it's a little sticker shock, but what's your range here?
I mean, anything from $2 to $20,000.
And everything in between.
Everything in between. All the artists, they have kind of their own craft. And whenever we do add an artist, we like it to be something different. So we kind of have something all across the board. Awesome. Thank you guys so much today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Rich.
Thank you.
I want to thank Timothy and Tess for showing us around today. Check them out on social media, but more importantly, get down here in person and check them out. Be well.